Welcome to an online session of front office management. In today's session, we are going to learn in detail about the significant functions and the responsibilities of the front office department through the guest cycle. Office department is one of the most important department of any hotel, as it is the first point of contact with the hotel staff. It performs various functions such as reservation, registration, and departure. Let us understand what is guest cycle. When we talk about the guest cycle, it is the complete experience that a guest goes through a hotel, starting from making the room reservation to the departure. The hotel guest stay can be divided into four main stages, that is pre-arrival, arrival, occupancy, and departure. During the pre-arrival stage, this is the first stage of the guest cycle in which the guest interacts with the hotel before he arrives in the hotel and forms the pre-arrival phase of the guest cycle. In this stage, the guest chooses the hotel, and the choice of the guest can be affected by many factors, which includes the advertisement, word of mouth, referral by friends and colleagues, location, travel agents, and many more. The decision of making the reservation can also be affected the way reservation agent interacts with the guest and describe the facility of the hotel, for example, the type of room, room rates, the recreational facilities, and the other attractions near the hotel. Once the guest selects the hotel, he contacts the hotel by either telephone, fax, or by person for the reservation. Here, the reservation staff plays a very major role in building the image of the hotel. Actually, the efficiency and competence of a staff in handling the request creates a first good impression of the hotel in the minds of the guest. Here, I would like to add that the person working at the reception should be sales oriented and he should project a positive and strong image of the hotel. Once the guest is convinced with the tariff of the hotel and the facilities available in the hotel, then the reservation assistant create a reservation on a reservation slip, and the detail which is collected during the reservation, it's very helpful for the hotel to complete a pre-registration activities like assigning a room as per the guest choice and the request. Before confirming a reservation, the hotel may ask for a credit card guarantee or an advance payment from the guest. The hotel also makes a note of any special request or the arrangement like the airport pickup or to provide an extra bed in the room. So, during the pre-arrival stage, following activities are being performed like processing the reservation request, creation of guest folios, blocking the room for the guest, making special arrangements for the guest as per their request. For example, airport pickup, providing extra bed in the room, welcome drinks on arrival. Now, second stage is an arrival stage which includes registration and room assignment. It's a very important stage where the guests have their face-to-face interaction with the hotel staff. This is also a crucial stage as the guest forms an opinion about the standard and services offered to them by the hotel. During the stage, the bellboy receives the guest with his luggage and the front office supervisor greets the guest with a smile which gives a very good impression to the guest. Before that, it's very important to determine the guest reservation status as at the time of check-in there are few guests who may come with a reservation and few guests who may come without reservation, and these are called as walk-in. Next step is a step where a registration card is completed and printed, which will help the front desk to collect essential information. Basically, the registration card contains the following details like name of the guest, address, the tariff, their passport and visa details in case if they are foreign nationals, the mode of payment and the credit card detail. At last, it is mandatory to get guest signature on the registration card. The registration process will be completed only once a guest signs the registration card. Before that, he need to confirm the method of payment and the departure date. After this, the room key is assigned to the guest and the bellboy escort the guest to the room. The bellboy explain the functioning of the switches and inform about the facilities of a hotel like various food outlets and their timings. This procedure is called as rooming. The next stage is the occupancy stage, which begins with the guest entered to the room. During this stage, the guest avails facilities and services offered by the hotel. These services and facilities are the most important part of a guest's overall experience in the hotel. At this moment, the front office is responsible for coordinating any guest activities as it is the main connecting center for hotel activity. Front desk is always has to take an extra care to respond to the guest on timely and accurate manner. This will encourage the guest to book the room in the same hotel every time. Now, let us look at the functions of the front office during occupancy stage, which includes handling guest complaints, message coordination, key handling, mail and message handling, safety deposit lockers, and others. Let's see one by one. Handling guest accounts. Basically, in this, front office assistant updates the guest account by posting the charges to the correct folios. During the night audit, the credit monitoring is done. Once any account reaches to the house limit and the guest is requested to make the part payment. Next, function which includes message coordination. It is the duty of the information assistant to receive messages of guests when they are not in their room, and they ensure that the same message will be delivered on their arrival. Key handling, that's a very important aspect, and there are few care need to be taken. The front office assistant collects the room key when the guest goes out of the hotel premises and returning the same to the guest when he comes back. At this stage, it's very important to ensure that the key is being handed over to the correct person and the identity need to be confirmed. Guest mail delivery. Front desk always receives the mail of the guest and keep it in the room and mail key rack, and it delivers to the guest when he returns in the hotel. If the hotel receives mail for a guest who has a reservation in the future, the mails are sent to the reservation section and kept it in the reservation docket attached with the reservation form, and the mail is later attached to the guest registration card, which is handed over to the guest at the time of registration. Safety deposit locker. Hotels normally they have a policy to provide a locker facility to the guest, as guests are always been instructed not to keep any valuables or the cash in the room. Safety lockers are normally located in the back office. Other responsibilities are handling guest queries and complaints, providing information about the hotel and its products and services, providing information about the city, making an extra arrangement like booking the train tickets, making travel arrangement for the guest. The last stage of guest cycle is the departure stage. At this moment, services and guest accounting aspects are completed. During this stage, the guest receives the accurate statement of his charges. After verification, the guest settles his bills. It's the duty of the bellboy to collect the room keys from the guest before he leaves the hotel. Once the guest checked out, front office department updates the room status and notifies the housekeeping department. So, the major function during the departure stages are preparation and presentation of guest bills, settlement of guest account, luggage handling by bell desk. Now, at this stage, it is very important to keep in touch with guests even after their departure. Usually, it is done by the sales and marketing team, which keeps on sending flyers with special offers or discounts and gift vouchers to the guest and wish guests on their important live events. So, in today's session, we learned about the functions of front office, starting from the guest reservation to departure stage. Thank you.